Questions?
No.
Well,
Mantos from Baltics is asking, when can a person call himself a Kabbalist?
a Kabbalist is one who received what the Creator sent him directly. According to the equivalence of form with the Creator, he gets the pleasure, the goodness that the Creator sent him. That's when we call him Mekubal, Kabbalist. When his vessels of reception are properly aimed.
There's always this question. He writes here that even though they do not understand what they learn, but out of their strong desire and yearning to understand what they are studying, they awaken the light.
Yes.
So out of their desire and longing to understand what they're studying, not out of the desire to connect between them, to bring contentment.
To understand, this means to connect. And also, understanding means understanding the paths of the Lord. Because all in all, in the wisdom of Kabbalah, you study how the Creator acts on the created beings and how the created beings reach the Creator with the equivalence of form. You don't learn, you're not talking about learning Talmud. He says that most of the Kabbalah books didn't mean they're, etc., etc. He's talking about the Kabbalah books. These are books that speak about the actions of the Creator. And in a relatively clear way. It's the light that acts from above and what it does in the matter of the will to receive below. That's it. Yes. So when I learn about the actions of the light, by that I learn what being in order to bestow means. And I try to resemble the light.
So to understand what they're learning is to understand how the system operates, connects, and how to...
Yes. The light, everyone hears this, the light works from above. It brings the kli, brings the vessel the will to bestow. It organizes the vessel so it will want to bestow back to him. Yeah? It does all that so that the vessel will restrict, so it won't be for itself. There will be a masach and chozer, intention in order to bestow, so that there will be a mutual connection according to equivalence of form with the direct light and reflected light, the kli and the light, the created being and the creator. That's what we learn in the wisdom of Kabbalah. What else do we learn? Nothing else. So by learning about the actions of the Creator, the way He acts upon me from above, I should think how I can make these actions from below. I have no problem to do these actions. I just need the force of bestowal from Him. He has the force of bestowal. That's how He does it from above downwards. I have to get this force of bestowal so I can work from below upwards. That's all. So what's my problem? To get this force of bestowal. If I will want to act like He does, like He is, I'll get the force of bestowal from above. So what am I learning? What am I studying? To perform these actions that the Creator is performing. That's why we call it a wise student. I learn from the wise. That's the Creator. How to do these actions that He's doing. Yes?
Let's say during the lesson there are two main formats. There's this state where we sit together reading a text, study of the 10 Sefirot, let's say, and we are aimed with your guidance to the light that's clear, understood, felt, and so on. How does it work during a workshop?
Amongst you? In the 10?
The act of the light, when we study a Kabbalist text, that's clear. During a workshop, how does it work?
It barely works.
What, during a workshop?
No, not in a workshop. Without a workshop, the light that reforms barely benefits you. That's why you can sit for 10 and 20 years and still nothing happens.
Let's say we sit and read Zohar for 1.5 hours.
You can sit for 10.5 years even. It won't do. It won't help. It will help, but in such a slow manner. Like, in evolution, you have millions of years until something happens. That's how it's going to happen. Why? Because we don't correctly organize ourselves, as Kabbalists tell us. We have to be like a pattern, like a 10. And when we want to connect in the 10, and for the 10 we want the light or the reforms, not for me. Where does it write that when you pray for yourself, you burn yourself, etc.? We read that. We have to draw the light that reforms for that point that we want to connect, and we can't. And then you say, this is what I want. I want the connection in the center of the 10 between everyone. And so everyone points his finger, shows where we want the connection. That's the only thing we want. And bestow there. And we are forcing you. Then he's happy to do it. And he does it. And if everyone is doing it for himself, it's the opposite. It's a klipa. It's a shell. 10 felons have gathered together, organizing the klipa, generating the klipot, keeping on the shattering. It's the light that reforms, and they use it in order to cause even a greater descent for themselves and to the whole world. And this is what we really feel. Yes?